Hi everybody, Adam here. Welcome back to our Lego room. In today's video, we're taking a look at an awesome set of instructions that I picked up on Rebrickable from a designer called TrainsWithLights. I'll include a link below to his Rebrickable page. Really excited about this set of instructions. As you may know, we recently finished building the LEGO Ideas Orient Express set. Super happy with it. Really awesome set. Excited to work on it and get it to the point where we can have it running around our layout. But as part of that updating process to motorize it and make some other improvements to it, I really wanted to look into ways that we could add additional train cars, and I wanted to experiment with other locomotives that might potentially pull the train around the layout. And really excited by what Trains with Lights has done here in this Ultimate Orient Express instruction set. We've got instructions here for an amazing locomotive and a number of additional train cars that we can build to go with the two that come in the set. So in today's video, we're going to walk through the locomotive and some of those different train cars and get a bit of a feel for what we're going to be trying to assemble in the coming weeks here as we build out our Orient Express train. So let's dive in and get started. Now, one of the first things you might be asking yourself is how many parts are required for putting together an amazing looking model like this? My understanding from reading through on the Rebrickable page is that we should be able to assemble most of the train here with 2 additional sets of the LEGO Ideas Orient Express, plus roughly 900 to 1,000 additional parts, which, is a nice way to go about getting a large number of parts for a model you're trying to build. It's nice if you can leverage existing sets. It's just an easier way to order and have stuff delivered. So we'll be going through and trying to do that. We'll start off probably trying to assemble, 1 or 2 of the cars, and then we'll just gradually accrue the rest of the parts as we need them. But, happy that we can use a pre-existing set as a jumping off point for getting everything that we need to assemble the locomotive and train cars. Now, one of the things that really stood out for me in building the LEGO Ideas Orient Express was that the locomotive, while nice looking and something that we still plan on motorizing and having running around our layout, was not as impressive as I had hoped for what will be, I think, a pretty impressive train when it's moving around our layout. With 2 current cars and then a number of additional cars that we're looking to add to it via this instruction set, really want something that is impressive and can sort of stand up visually to the rest of the train. And I think that this amazing steam engine does that. This is the Pear Marquette 1225, and Trains with Lights has done an amazing job on this locomotive, in my opinion. Great looking tender there, and really impressed with all of the detail work that they have managed to include along the side here, on the top, and then down even at the bottom here with the rods and all the other details around the wheel portion of the locomotive. And as I understand from reading through the product page a bit and starting to look a little bit at the instructions, there's a way to even add lights to this locomotive, and it should be motorized when it's all said and done as well. So I think this is going to be a really impressive locomotive. Even just on its own, I think it will look amazing, but definitely think it will be up to the challenge of pulling all of these cool Orient Express train cars and should be a great addition to this train. Now, as I mentioned, a number of great train car instruction sets included in this pack. And one of the things overall that I really appreciate is how the designer has managed to keep the outside appearance of these cars all very much in line with the look of the two train cars that come with the Lego Ideas set. Overall, these train cars and even the steam locomotive all look like they would very much belong together in a single train, and more specifically with this Orient Express train, which I really appreciate, and I think will really add to the overall look of this train when it's completed. First up here, we've got the baggage car, a car that makes a lot of sense to have in a train in general, but especially a train like the Orient Express. I think the designer's done an excellent job with these doors on the side here, and I think this is going to be a great addition to the train. Next up, one of my personal favorites, we've got the observation deck train car. Really like the look of this, especially the end cap here on the train car. This is a train car that I'm assuming would go at the very back of the train so that passengers could walk out onto this little open air area here at the back and look out at all of the scenery. Really love the look of that. Reminds me a little bit of the last car that I have on my Union Pacific train. And I think this will be an excellent addition to the train and provide a very natural and appropriate looking train car for the very end of the train. So really happy with that. Love the use of the sort of the gold railings here. I think those will be great additions, and they fit really well to the aesthetic of that car. And just really love the look of that. Next up, we've got a couple of interesting cars here, the lounge/bar car and the piano bar car. Really love the look of these. I think the designer's done a great thing here, utilizing the exterior shell of the train car from the set, and then, swapping out the interior. A great way to get some variety in the train without completely sort of reinventing the wheel. You can see some really nice details inside here. A great way to have a number of different minifigures hanging out in this car here. Really like the look of that. And I thought that the piano bar was an interesting take on a car for the train. You can see the piano in the middle of the car there with seating and tables around the sort of perimeter of the car with the piano in the middle there. Really nice additions. More ways to, just get minifigures into the car and provide real world equivalents to, to this train. So I think these are going to be great additions. Seeing the interiors of these cars, just even now in the, this photograph form and in the instructions, definitely reinforces to me that I'm going to want to look into ways to add lighting to the interior of these train cars. I think it'll really help with allowing myself, and then when we go to shows, other people to appreciate all of this interior detail. So looking forward to experimenting with the lighting a bit, but I think both of these cars are going to be interesting additions to the train. And then last but not least, we've got a formal dining car and a traveler's retreat car. Again, cars that really make sense in the context of a train and just provide more interesting situations to have, minifigures contained within the train cars. interesting scenes for people to appreciate, and more real world equivalents that you would expect to see in a train like this. So really happy with those. I think they're going to be great additions as well, and continue to reinforce that idea of interesting interior scenes that would be really nice to have lighting around, so that it's easier to appreciate them. So overall, really impressed with what Trains with Lights has managed to do here. I think this is a really cool instruction pack and should allow us to really kick our LEGO Orient Express train up to the max and make it appropriately awesome and elegant as it moves around the layout here. I'm looking forward to seeing how these train cars come together. I have not built, a model designed by Trains with Lights before, and I'll keep you guys posted with how easy to follow the instructions are and how the end results, sort of compare to these images. But I'm really optimistic and looking forward to tackling this project. This will be a pretty big and involved project, so I will do some mini videos along the way as we build some of the train cars and then the locomotive. So keep an eye out for those on the channel. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please make sure to do so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. Also, as I mentioned, I'll include a link below to the Rebrickable page for this Ultimate LEGO Orient Express instruction pack. Highly recommend checking out Trains with Lights' Rebrickable page. Lots of other interesting instruction sets on there that I will be taking a look at as well. Thank you guys very much for watching, and we will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.